Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I'm back. Let's see if anybody comes on to hang out with me while I paint today. Good morning, Michael. Hi, Sherry. I missed doing this last week. I think I probably only missed like once or twice the entire year, but I was away. I was in Yosemite National Park, and it was absolutely amazing. It was such a beautiful trip. Found inspiration everywhere. Good morning, Ellen. Hi, Debbie. Good morning, Anita. So how's everyone doing? I'm excited to paint, and it's peony season. It goes, oh my gosh, my trip was so much fun. Okay, let me turn this around because I hate when the camera's on me. I have so many wonderful, no, I know what's with this. We don't want that on my image. I have such lighting issues. Let me turn it this way. I went to this really cool thing at the farm at Oxford last Sunday, last Sunday after I got back from my trip, and we got to make our own. We got to like wander around their peony field and make our own bouquets, and this is from my bouquet, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. My plan was that I wanted all peonies, all like, I love these, I think they're called single blooms, coral something or other. But I don't know, I was torn between wanting to make my bouquet just for photography and wanting to make my bouquet because I wanted to make it beautiful, and I ended up somewhere in the middle. But I absolutely love it. I think, like, I just took that this morning. Maybe I should paint that instead. What do you think? I think maybe I want to paint that instead. It's speaking to me. So let me get my grid here and go get it. Oh, isn't that so cool? Yeah, that's what I feel like painting. Good morning, Carol Ann. Hi, Judy. Coral Charm. Thank you. I need to get a plant like that in my yard. But I went to my friends at Roots and got peonies yesterday too, and she said they'll be like finished by next week. Like, first of all, who was I to think about going on vacation during peony season? So I think I missed a week of it, and I don't know, why is it so quick? All right. Now that I'm thinking about it, I want to get this color. I always think this is good for that coral charm, that Montserrat orange. I need to put that out here on my palettes. I have a nice clean palette this morning, so let me bring this down here for some color mixing. And I am knee deep in getting ready for my first art show of the season. So another one of those lighting issues. What am I going to do with that light? So if to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of in panic mode because there's just so much to get ready. I don't know what to do with this light. I think I'm going to shoot it up at the ceiling and hope that it adjusts a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I need a lighting expert to come here too. I need a lot of things. So yes, I'm getting ready for my first art show this season, and it's at, Anita, you do have a coral charm peony. Lucky you. It's in Westport, Connecticut. Oops, here, I'm dropping my palette knife. I've never been to Westport, Connecticut, and I'm quite excited about it. It looks like a really cool little town. And, I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I'm going to get out this raw sienna light. I feel like I had my colors out for that other reference image, and then I changed my mind, which often happens. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. We're going to, it's a 2-day show. So we've been busy varnishing and pricing and packing and getting out all the tints and the panels and getting it all ready to go. It's a lot to do. Okay, I think I'm going to start. Is this jumping around a little bit? It seems like it is. So I want to do the inside of the peony first, like that dark, whoops, a little hair on there. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, it's stressful getting ready to do an art show. Super stressful. But it will all be fine. Especially for an unorganized person like me. Can you see that okay? I hope so. Feels a little dark to me. That's nice. I like that. So I want some muted, softer colors for inside of the flower, but I feel like that's a little too lackluster. I'll add just a little bit of permanent rose in there. Maybe I'll make a little bit of a darker shade of this. Put that up there out of my way and add a little bit darker. Yes, so many things going on. My trip was fabulous. If you ever get the chance to go to Yosemite National Park or any other national park for that matter, it's just spectacular. We also went to Sequoia National Park on our way, and that was also really cool to see. It's important, I think, for creativity to get out and see the world sometimes. Sometimes we get caught in our studios. Sometimes or most of the time. All right. Oh, that's pretty, right? That might work. I'm trying to think if I need to add a little bit of... No, that's really nice. So then right after the 2 weeks after I finish up the show in Westport, then I have Rittenhouse is right on its heels. So if anybody's in the Philadelphia area, I'll be there. I think it's the 7th, 8th, and 9th of June. It's got a lot of busy, fun things coming up. Okay, so there are parts of this that are a little more pink, so I'm going to make this a little more pink. That's good. That's probably around that value. So, what's new with everybody? I was due all last week. I don't even remember what I was doing on Wednesday. All my days kind of blurred together. I can't remember what we did on which day, but it was all beautiful. We did a lot of hiking. And let's make that even lighter. What's your palette made of? Shannon said, this is a piece of marble. I think it's a marble sample that my friend got me from, she does interior design, Sherry Bear. I think you're on. Are you here, Sherry? I love it. I had another one, and I had it propped up to take when I was going to teach. I had it kind of packed, and I had it propped against something, and it fell over and shattered, completely shattered. And I was so bummed. But Sherry got me a new one, and I love it. I need that to go a little darker. I'm thinking of the darkest kind of on the inside of the flower. Something very dark. Good morning, Emerson. Almost the last day of school. What, 3 more left? That's so exciting. I think that's maybe a little too... Put a little red in there. That's nice. Yes, it's a Carrara marble cutting board. It's just, and it has little I think it has little like felt feet on the bottom of it too, which is really nice. Excuse me. So now I need to mix some greens and some dark grays. Yeah, it's funny, I don't quite have the right colors out here because I was gonna paint something different. This is the Sari's color Shale. It's like a nice gray, dark grayish black color. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make some grayish darks. Kind of warm. I'm gonna put a little blue in there. Oh, that's pretty. And then we have to do some greens. Do this gray and lighten it. Let's put this in there. I won't lighten it a little bit or brighten it. Maybe I'll put this blue. See how that's good. I think that looks really cool. So what's new with everybody? Where's everyone listening from? I might have to warm that a little. And if you're in my Inspiring Art group, today I was going to begin a large painting. And might be a little challenging because my studio is filled with drying paintings right now, but I'll have to give a little studio tour about what's happening in my crazy world right now and then start a big one. I don't know how far I will get, but Michigan from Sweden. Oh, I just bumped my phone, sorry. I have to do some greens. Katy, Texas. Juliana Village, Florida. I didn't know that's what it was called, Ellen. Lebanon. I do have some kind of light. I think I need a little bit more white. Mary's in Long Island. Mary, I'll be in Connecticut. I don't know how far that is from where you are. I know Long Island's really long. But if you're nearby, you'll have to come see me. Of course, it's a crazy weekend to drive anywhere, I think. Okay, so I need, there's one in the back side. Well, this will probably work, but I need to lighten this a little bit. There's a lot of greens happening. So I need like a cool green and a warm green. Just do that. Okay, that's good. My cool green. And then this. Bring that up. It's kind of a neat pop-up color, the one leaf. I don't know what she let us also when we were gathering things at the farm at Oxford. She let us like wander around and just pull from whatever unusual like things were growing. So I love that. Love it, love it. Okay, I think that's a great palette. Let's start with that and see if I need anything else. I'll bring you back up here and adjust my lighting. Now, should I do an overall color? No-ish. No, I don't think I will because I want a little bit of the gold to show in there on the inside. I have a little clip on I have this cute little jar for my liquid with this little lid, but it has these clips, and I lost one of them, and I'm about to lose the other one. I can't have something with all the pieces because I lose stuff too much. All right. I feel like it's dark. No, you can't see the image. I'll just pull closer. I don't know. I don't usually have quite this much trouble with lighting, but I guess I do. Okay, everybody can see all right. Try and keep this very simple. Is the liquid, and is that, yes, this was liquid with Indian yellow in it. Because I want those little bits of those bright colors in there to kind of sing. And I have been using liquid more, still not my favorite, but I've been needing paintings for art shows, and liquid definitely makes everything dry more quickly. And right now that's very important. So I do sell a lot of my paintings online. And even though I feel like I paint lots of them, I still, as I'm getting ready to go to this art show, depending how things go, I don't know if I'm going to have enough for this and for Rittenhouse quickly enough, hopefully. Worst problem in the world is thinking, oh, I've got to paint more. That makes me very happy. It's fine with me. Get a little bit more of my magenta. Okay. Need a sip of my coffee. What's everyone having today? Coffee or tea? Anything fun? It's dark in here. That looks good. I do love getting ready for a show, but time is always fleeting. Painting time, yes. It seems like no matter how hard you try to get ready, you're still behind when it's time to get in the car, right? It's craziness. Anita's having coffee and watching you play. I am playing. Thanks for calling it that. That's definitely it. Put some dark in here. And this is the I don't know what kind of greenery I put in there, but it looks a little bit like mint, kind of. Vanilla latte with coconut milk and cinnamon. I want to come to your house for breakfast drinks, Ellen. My gosh, that sounds yummy. Absolutely yummy. I guess I can lighten this. I'm having coffee, peeling paint off a palette, and getting ready for a radio interview. Nervous. Oh, that's exciting. Is it for a podcast? Ellen says, I have heard Indian yellow called liquid sunshine, and I often use it to make subjects appear sunlit. That's a great description of it, Judy. I love that. Liquid sunshine. Who doesn't need a little bit more of that? Hey, Judy, my college roommate just moved somewhere not too far from Top Sale. And now I just said that to you, and I cannot remember exactly where she moved, but I definitely might make it down that way one of these days. Let's just make this green. Can lighten that later. And we have all of our darks. I think I'm going to use a little bit of manganese blue hue for this. For the pot. So what she had us do, which was such a good idea, and I guess I knew about it but just never tried it, is we put chicken wire inside of the vase to help structure everything. So now I got to go buy chicken wire. Where do you get that? Can you get that at Home Depot? I'm not even sure. I need chicken wire because then I could put a lot of peonies in a row. And I'm trying to make a dark background kind of color in here. And kind of control them a little bit. I think that would be... I have to do my pigment sticks a little bit too. It's a little yellow in there. That's okay. Judy says, yeah, you still need to plan a trip here. I will send you some possible dates. I can take you out on the boat and take some coast. Oh my gosh, Judy, I would love that. Yeah, send some dates. That would be so fun. We've been talking about that for years, haven't we? Okay. I don't know. It's pretty fun. Like I always say, it looks like sheets, like textiles. And I'll do some pigment sticks. How nice to be at the beach all year long. You live there all year, don't you, Judy? I think you do. And these are a little more pink. Looks so vibrant already. Yeah, I like to keep like this base layer looking as vibrant as I can and then hold on to little bits of the vibrancy as I go along. But I am getting actually in Raleigh. Oh, you're in Raleigh for the winter. That's also a lovely place. I've been there. Okay, I had a little bit of paper on my pigment stick. I was peeling it off. Still peeling it off. Looks good. I don't think I want any yellow. Yeah, even my pigment sticks got a little wonky from being away for so long. A little dark spot up there I don't want to forget. This purple color, I don't think I need that. Just my bright green, which look, I think this is my bright green. You can hardly even see what it is. It's a mess. Good morning, Emily. These are called R&F pigment sticks. They're oil paint in stick form. I just use them for little pops of color. That's good. Blue, and I already did. I think that's just about it. Got a little bit of everything. Thank you, Ellen, for letting her know. Yeah, the R&F pigment sticks are... R&F is the brand. I think that's good. Start. Okay. Yeah, right dear. All right. I have to clean this off. Sometimes I forget to clean my palette knife off and it really stays dirty. It's good to pay attention to that. I haven't touched oil paints in ages. I'm so tempted. Oh, yes. They're delicious. Very tempting. I love all the things. Like, I enjoy acrylic painting and oil paints are my favorite. It's just the butteriness of them that's so delicious. So I'll put in my darks. I wonder if these are available in, gosh, I have absolutely no idea. I don't know if India is one of those places where it's hard to get stuff. I would think you could ship them there though, because they're not bad. Although it is these days, it is hard to get stuff that it used to never be difficult to get a hold of. Clean my edges. I like to try and keep my edges clean. Some people tape their edges with like blue tape. I always think about doing that. I think about it, but I haven't done it, to kind of keep them cleaner, because then when I'm finished painting, I have to go back in and clean them up. And that's another kind of time restraint to do that. It does dry faster than oil pastels. From what I've heard, although I'm not an expert at any of it, but from what I've heard, oil pastels don't dry, like the Sennelier kind. They say that they don't dry, so I don't use them. I think they're really pretty, and I have a cute little jar of them, but I don't ever use them. So I don't know if that's true or not. But that these dry similar in amount of time as my oil paints do. Hello to Brazil, Tina. Let me a sip of my coffee. All right. I'm looking where my like shadow areas are of the peony. Gorgeous peony. There's some lighter areas. I could go back in and use my little thingy to scrape some away if I feel like it. I don't know if I'll need that or not. That's in shadow. It's definitely in shadow. All right. Tina says, good morning. I'm late to the party. It's looking beautiful. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. It's okay to be late to the party. For my darkest greens. There's a fun little bump in there. Do that so I see where my shape is. Have to think for a minute here where I'm headed. So we have kind of muted. There's a dark spot right there. That'll give that a little depth. Of course, it's not getting dark because I have that pigment stick on there. It's okay. It's so pretty. Trying to think about what's happening over here. My greens. I think I need to work maybe on my background colors a little bit. I think this is distracting me from knowing what I need to do. I find that if you're working on a painting and you're feeling distracted and you're avoiding an area of it, it means you really need to dive into it and work on it, because it's distracting you from thinking about the whole picture, if that makes any sense. And I feel like that bottom there is that's happening to me a little bit. Okay. Keep going here. I always say when I go away like that and don't paint for a few days, it's like I think I forget how to paint. I find painting life distracting, yeah. It is challenging to read and paint and not get in my own head and think, oh my gosh, is it looking stupid? Like, should I have not done that? Oh, I'm not going to do that. Top of oil paint. Oh, what's on top of oil paint? That's helping it a little bit. This is light here. It's hard. The vase is opaque, and it's like a white off-white ceramic. Not that that matters, because I need to paint what I see, not what I think I see, right? But she had white, like plastic vases like this, and then she had these, and actually in the beginning didn't have this same one, and someone traded me for it, and I was so glad, because I wanted this to take this vase home. Artists are their own worst critics, Kim. Yes, you are right about that. It's a hard thing not to do. Part of I think one of the biggest things, hardest things about being an artist is maintaining confidence, because it does go away. Like, I misplace my confidence is what I'd say. I have it and it disappears, and then I've got to get it again. And the simplest thing can undermine it. Like someone just saying something, and you know it doesn't matter, but you still like internalize it and think about it afterwards. And I'm like, why? It doesn't even matter. Why am I thinking about it? It's that voice that you can't turn off sometimes. So, what's the matter with it? What's the matter? I think I need to make this more of a shadow down here. And I think I'm trying to paint what I see, not what I think I see. No, what I until I'm tired. All right, I'm getting too fussy with it. All right, so that means I should walk away from that. In 1 second, I need this little darkness in here. Might have been. And then my paint gets thicker, and then it's harder to get it to stay where you want it to. That could be part of the trick. That's better. I can fix that at the very end. But this is really definitely darker right in there. Do you need me? Okay. All right. I'm dancing around all these darks. I need to start putting some lights in, I think. Yep. I need to move on here. Oh, good thinking. Yeah, my husband was getting out the battery chargers that we use to do our lights in our tent, and like that's something I could have forgotten. In the middle of the night, I think of a million things, and I have to get up and gather everything that I have forgotten. It's just, I am starting a list though. I'm not a good list maker, and I'm trying to make a list so that every time I go to a show, I can just refer to my list and see what I'm forgetting instead of making a fresh one in my mind every single time. It's crazy. I just am not good at organizing my thoughts like that. Okay. Just figuring out where my lighter colors are here because I was losing them. And it's just fun to use this little scraper thingy. This is like the lightest. All right. It's getting there, right? 8:39, we're still good on time. Allie says, I've been keeping a list in my notes on my phone. This way I get it out of my head. I totally agree. And I made a much better list of when I go to teach. But now I'm trying to do that same list for art shows. Yes, because it is. It's like you just never stop thinking that same list over and over again in your mind. That's getting better. Getting better. Okay. It's hopeful now. Because I want to keep that spontaneity. I don't want to lose it. And I don't want to get too detailed that it gets too rigid looking. There's an app called Listonic, which I find very helpful to make lists, huh? I have apps now. So like I'll find one and I'll start using an app, and then for the life of me, I can't even remember what the app's called, and then I can't find it. What was I doing that with the other day? And I just could not remember what the app was called. Ugh. My memory is just absolutely terrible. I don't know that means anything else. I might soon be able to go in for my lightest lights, I think. Kind of dancing around my greens. But I feel like they look okay, and I don't want to get so much that it loses its spontaneity. So I think I could go in. Ellie says it looks so dynamic and dimensional. Oh, good. That is my goal. But I just want to do little bits in there, but let that gold glow. Okay. Yeah, it's like a little. I love the little center bits that are like kind of green in there. They're so pretty. All right, I need a sip of my coffee. Make sure I have my kind of muted colors in here. I can always scrape away some if I feel like I need to. Sorry, I got quiet. I feel like it's, I have to think hard here at this middle part of it. Let me just pull out. The highlights here. I would love to let a little bit of that underneath show like that. All right, that's good. So does anyone have fun plans for the summer? Is anyone going anywhere exciting? Now I'll be, besides art shows, I'll be in the area now for a while. My big vacation's over. Oh, why did I do that? Can we put oil paint on top of pigment sticks? Yes, if you're using the RNF pigment sticks, it is oil paint. So yes, you can do that. But you can't put acrylic like sticks over. I don't know. How's that vase look? Still a little, let me pull that. Maybe that'll help. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I'm thinking about it too much. I do know what I'm doing wrong. I'm fussing with it, which is what I always say not to do, and I'm doing it. I think I just need my little highlights. I need to let go of it, and I need to put my lightest lights in. So here we go. Lightest lights. Let's do it. Oh, please repeat. You said, was I answering your question about, yeah, you can put oil paint over acrylic, but you can't put acrylic over oil paint. But your question was about pigment sticks. So yes, I can paint over my pigment sticks. I can grind them down and use them as paint if I want to. That's the fun part of pigment sticks. Yeah, I think the only rule, and basically you're supposed to paint thick over thin. So you want to put down your thin layers first and then your thicker layers after. A little bit of shadowy stuff going on in there. All right. It's getting there. This is the fun part and the scary part all at the same time. Oops. It seems like it's got a little green in it. Must have been on my brush. It might paint a little bit. Now I have to look for all my lightest areas and just give them that little pop at the end. Happy accident. Which was, Allie? I don't even know which was the happy accident. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Those touches of highlights always amaze me. Yeah, and it's so hard to be patient and do them at the very end, but it seems to be working. I just have to be patient. Very, very patient. Say that's what art teaches me, is patience. Those little bits of white showing there. I'll just soften them. 8:49, we're still good on time. Okay, I almost feel like I need a smaller brush, but I'm not going to let myself do that because then it gets too in the weeds, gets too detailed, and I don't want that. I want it loose. Is that pulling that forward? I think so. What size brush do you use to get those soft edges? Oh, this is a Trekell Spectrum Bright 3000B. It's one of my faves. That glow in there. It's getting there. I have to take my time. This little oops, sorry. Bopping this around, aren't I? Just those little bits make that look kind of glassy. I need to do that and that. Oh, that helped right there. Okay, so it's okay to go in and do some of my lightest lights now because that just made a big difference. It just pulls that away from the background. And I don't need a lot of them, just those little bits to that's helping. I was asking myself, when will she do the highlights? I think thin paint. You pulled out that sweet yes. That's hard to wait to do it, but it keeps it from getting muddy. If you do it all in the beginning, I mean too early, I find that my painting gets really muddy looking. Beige. Okay, what else do we need? I need to work on that center a little bit more. I still have 8 minutes. Are you seeing highlights that I'm missing? Just a little bit of there. Bring that forward out in this. Close. All right, what am I missing, guys? Maybe my little hot pinks in the middle. I think I might be finished soon because I feel like I'll get to something. Never want to get to anything. All right. Do you see anything I've missed? Really loose background allows the flower to be the star, yes, and that's a hard thing to do, but it needs that, yes, for the flower to be the star. All right, do you see anything I'm missing? I have enough darkest darks in that center. Love the vase. Thank you. It's so simple, isn't it? All right. I think I'm changing it and not making it better, so we're going to call it finished. Whoops. I think I got paint in my eye. That's never good. Assign it. And then I'll show it to you up close. Ellie says, gorgeous. Thank you. So there is my gorgeous reference from the flowers at Oxford, and then there's I'll get in tight, my painting, and all these fun colors. It makes me want to do another painting right now, but I got too much else to do. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. It was fun. Here I am slouching in my seat. So I will be at the Westport Fine Art Show this weekend, Friday and Saturday. I think I'm booth 119 or 117. I forget. It's on my website. So if you're in the area, I would love for you to come see me. And if you're in my Inspiring Art group, I will see you at 11. See how much we get done then. And I will save this and put it up on my YouTube channel if you get a chance to go to my YouTube channel. The link's here in my bio on Instagram, but be sure to to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and a comment if you get a chance. So thanks for coming in and hanging out. It was fun, and I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Thanks. Goodbye.